You know what? It's really surprising how many Salon studio owners that we've worked with, they can't tell us what their retention rate is or where they even found their clients.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even understand why the clients they already have aren't enough, and they are too uncomfortable to find out why clients haven't come back either. This is time to face the music. You do have to have a system around, and you need to find out why they didn't come back. And it's very uncomfortable. In the beginning, it's extremely uncomfortable when I ask business owners to do that. Most of them they're like, I don't want to do it. Like I don't want to find out.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back.
Hi everyone and welcome back.
We're discovering the three areas most salon and studio owners have trouble with and how they can turn it around and break the statistic cycle, create their dream business, because it's time to believe your business can be everything you ever wanted.
Absolutely. And the number one thing a business owner can do when they are looking for answers is look in the right places and asking advice from experts who have successfully scaled multiple businesses, not just once upon a time had a business and decided to give advice.
Exactly. You wouldn't be asking a fireman how to fix your plumbing in the house just because he's good with a hose. I mean, he might know water and hoses and how to turn a tap and look good doing it, but I wouldn't be going to him for waterproofing advice in my bathroom.
We need to think about who we are asking advice from. For example, business owners think that they need more clients to make more money. And so they go creating their special offers and offering discounts to try to get new clients in the door.
Exactly. Or they're trying to boost their special discount offers on Facebook and Instagram. And you know what? It's really surprising how many salon and studio owners that we've worked with, they can't tell us what their retention rate is or where they even found their clients.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even understand why the clients they already have aren't enough, and they are too uncomfortable to find out why clients haven't come back either. And that's when I introduce them to our iceberg method. So the majority of business owners in our industry are trying to find more clients, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So before finding out what's going on with the ones they have and also why the ones they lost. So basically, it is people are so focused on finding new clients that they don't even focus on the clients they already have. So this is the first problem, because we running the business, we have plenty of clients, and then like one day you wake up and you realize, oh, I didn't see Sally for such a long time, but then you go back to your record and Sally didn't come back for 6 months. It's already too late to actually contact to Sally to tell, oh, I just noticed, like you didn't come back for your appointment. And
Hmm.
this is something which is extremely confronting because when we are working together with business owners, I do ask them to find out who didn't come back. And this is time to face the music. You do have to have a system around, and you need to find out why they didn't come back. And it's very uncomfortable. In the beginning, it's extremely uncomfortable when I ask business owners to do that. Most of them they're like, I don't want to do it. Like I don't want to find out. Most people they just say, I'm not doing the uncomfortable part. I rather just go into the comfortable one. Running Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and again, that's your expert.
And they're
So
boost
you can
or
talk
they're
about it.
boosting the posts. Yeah, they're boosting their posts or they're putting lots of energy into creating these reels on their feed to show how fabulous they are for like all the new clients. But a lot of the time they're not even targeting the right people. Like the reels may be seen, but they're not potential clients. They're sort of wasting their energy on giving that whole Titanic the shiny, pretty bells and whistles. And with the I guess with the iceberg strategy, what we teach is that it's one big picture. It's not just the the that surface level. Below the surface, there's seven stages, isn't it, Audrey? Correct me if
Yes, it's
I'm wrong.
seven layers, seven
It's
stages.
seven.
Yeah, but we need to get
There's
right.
7 layers. Yeah. And the importance of those 7 layers is that they must be in sequential order. You can't work on one and then jump to another area. Each area has a time and place that it needs to be looked at, and the biggest part of our formula is that we show you where it has to go first. You can't start, getting feedback before something else. Like it. Each one of them is the function, but and none of them is more important than the other. It's that they have to be done at the right time. I think is the most important thing.
Yeah. It's just like building a house, like you wouldn't start with the
Mhm.
roof, You need the roof
No,
eventually in the big picture, you need the roof, But you would start
yeah.
with, digging the whole concrete, maybe a basin or a garage, and then you're going to
Actually, you
build
know
the
what?
whole.
Before you even do that, you're going to ask an expert. You're going to find
Exactly
a
true.
builder that knows how to build your house. The architect has the big picture, and then you need the builder that can come and say, "This is how the architect's vision can turn into a function." And then we get the tradies in that know what they're doing in each specific area of the build. And then we
Absolutely.
get, the roof guy, and then we get the landscaper in, like we don't get the landscaping done before we do the building because then it's just going to trash the garden. Like there's a method that we have to go through, and it's the exact same thing with a business. You need to go and find someone that can, go and talk to the architect and say, this is what this is,
Mhm.
clarifying what you want out of your house. And then the next step is, how can we build that? You know what? That brings us to the end of this episode. We will see you at our next episode, but remember to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And our
Mhm.
handle is at Focus GDT.
So I think
Oh
that's
my goodness.
all for today, and we are looking forward catch up with you guys next time, and we're going to
Hmm.
dive into deep into systems.
Yeah, systems it is. And remember, it's time to believe your business can be everything you ever wanted it to be. You just need to look for the answers in the right place. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.